Steve's nickname is going to be COVID-19 because he's going to get it 19 times.
No, hell no. I am staying away.
Steve the Gamer 19. That's Steve the Gamer. Welcome back, everybody. This is FLEXCAST number 30.
Already?
Yeah, 30. We are just coming off our last episode, which was the first one in a good while. In that episode, Steve regaled us with his 4-time COVID stories.
Austin, stop laughing.
So ridiculous.
Austin got COVID again since we last filmed.
Yeah.
So if you're seeing this,
I got it at lunch.
if you're seeing this, we might not be back for a while because Haas got COVID again.
So, oh, by the way, speaking of, I totally remember this. The thing you just posted today or yesterday on the crate thing. Who's that from?
Network.
Do we know them?
It's a pretty big app.
Oh, it's an app?
Yeah, it's an app.
I don't know what that is. So what's that app?
It's an app that does drops, exclusive drops.
Oh, wait, I do. That is that app, the one that has the weird things. Okay. It's NTWRK.
Yeah. Network. Yep.
Right. I understand.
Pretty big app. So we got a drop coming. You could win a box full of $50,000 worth of Jordans for free. You have to pay $1 if you
What do they
win.
call it? Like a cabinet, a box? What is it?
They call it the Volt, or they call it something.
Are you excited about that video?
Yeah, I think you should do well.
Did you already shoot it?
Mm-hmm.
You editing it now?
Yeah, I got to edit it, but I got to get something to him in the morning, a preview. So we'll see how that goes.
So what are you excited about that you're going to be filming besides?
Oh, gaming? I don't know. Reorganize the basement, but I mean, it's a lot of things that I got to change now too. Yeah.
We know.
What?
He's changed his fucking filming set in his house.
Yeah, yeah.
18 times in the last year.
Because it gets boring. It gets so boring. That's why I'm saying, like, if Harrison have a space, we'll go half and half on the rent so I could actually leave the house.
I guess. I don't know. The space just doesn't matter as much to me. It's the people.
Yeah. So you will come up there?
Yeah, sure. I don't give a fuck.
Also, just be there to
I come to
hang
your
out.
bedroom. I don't give a fuck. I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? Come sit on your fucking nightstand. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, the same space doesn't bother me if I.
All I need is like a corner. A corner. I just put a bunch of computers. We'll go half on the internet. We gotta have the max internet.
Google Fiber.
Yeah, for sure.
I get fiber at my house for $60 a month. 1,000 up, 1,000 down.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I actually got introduced to the AT&T plan you showed me.
Yeah.
$70. Like.
That's because way out where you are, the fucking sticks. There's no.
Yeah.
Fiber.
But
yeah,
it's
that
it's
promo
good.
lasts
It's good.
for like 2 years, I want to say.
Oh, I'm still going for
And
me.
then it goes to like 90 something bucks.
Oh.
Which
That's
is
good.
bad. I mean, I'm not complaining because I had the business level Comcast stuff and it was $250 a month, and it was not as good. So, you okay?
Yeah, something smells like my Lambo back here. I think it's the chair, the stain.
Smells like my Lambo.
The interior of the Lambo had a very distinct smell, and it smells like, I think it's the stain or something.
I believe this is a linseed oil stain, if my nose is telling me correctly.
Yeah.
I got in a Lambo again the other day because Mo brought it back over, and it's.
Do you miss it?
No,
No.
I don't miss it at all, actually.
Just the drive, the car itself, not like what happens outside.
No.
That reminded me of when I moved from the other side. Like, I didn't miss that house at all because I wanted to just get out of there.
I also don't miss the house that I sold, but it wasn't exactly what, there's a lot of things that we were planning to change to make it ours, but we didn't. So it's like I wasn't that in love with it because it wasn't perfectly for us. Like, we wanted different color hardwoods, different color walls, like a lot of stuff. It would just been a waste of money if we did it.
Yeah.
Well, I've been changing I can't talk because I'm just changing my house constantly for the last 3 years. But
we actually found some new construction houses that are going to be done in the next 2 years that we like.
So I was thinking about, I just don't want to buy right now. I was thinking maybe renting someplace and selling this house and then sitting on cash until there's a correction, investing it in NFTs or something.
Invest into Steve and I.
Yeah, let's
We're
go.
Investors. Investees.
Well, I am going to be investing in you guys and you, us, and me in the app release.
Oh yeah,
I haven't
can't
told you
wait.
guys. I
Can't
haven't
wait.
told you
Can't
guys
wait.
where
I know
we
you're
are.
always giving us updates.
We are within a couple weeks, huh?
You're always giving us updates when it comes to.
Yeah, but I was trying to get to the point where
It's ready
like I'm gonna hand
to
it
be
to
tested.
you guys. I've done most of the testing myself, so we're pretty much squared away. I mean, it's not perfect, but all the stuff that like bugs are all fixed. So you're not gonna be like, "Fuck," like it crashes or some shit. Hopefully,
every time I hear Philip DeFranco talk about like the other,
like text me.
Yeah, I'm like,
He has
oh
a
man, I
T-shirt
can't.
with it embroidered on it, and he wears it on some videos.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it's like people see a phone number on your chest, they're gonna be like, "I'm gonna text."
Yeah.
But also, you know why they do this, because the value of that is immense,
I know.
and that's what I want to,
yeah.
what we want to build, but also help everybody else. Even
It'll be so much easier. Do you see how much emails that I get? Like, just help. Hey, I need you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so much easier.
I mean,
I need.
You can
shoes.
change stuff too. You can be like, "Hey, text me like mod help," and then
Yeah.
that way you can sort of list. That's it. Well, I'm going too far.
Yeah, because I almost went to the Discord side, but I'm ready for the text.
You can tell people different things. Like each video, you can tell them do different things, and you can hit that same group of people forever. You can section them off or include everybody. It's just going to be really valuable. But I just was setting out the cap table, which is the like who owns what percentage and stuff, and I cut out some bits for you guys.
Thanks.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Well, I think it makes sense. I had a conversation with my CTO, and you guys know I'm a big person on value, right? So it's less about like I've invested around $250,000, $300,000 into this now, and sure I'm taking on all the risk. However, it's risk for you guys to try it to even put it on your own brand, right? Like if it was bullshit and it was gone by next month, you'd be like, well, fuck, that sucks.
Yeah.
But to me, like that's an important thing. But also, I want it so that when you guys are using it, it's not just like, okay, I get a free service. Like you will be invested in it, and that the success of it is your success too.
So it makes us push it more.
Yeah.
It's less.
I mean,
than,
we're
because
saying if-
here's the
Text
thing.
me.
I don't think what you guys are going to do is going to really add people who use. I mean, sure, your friends, something like that, maybe, right? What I think is going to happen is that you bring legitimacy to something in early stage. Like, as in, there are people who are like it's a new service, yes, but it's a common thing. But why would I go with this versus that if it seems to be the same? Well, this guy, Harrison's doing it, Steve's doing it. That brings a certain legitimacy that it's not just like some fucking Haas guy with 10,000 subs is the only guy doing it because he fucking owns the
We
thing.
did a giveaway with what's his name?
Who?
You did a giveaway with that guy.
Oh, I can't remember his name. Oh my god,
Who?
this is the worst.
Oh my god.
Our buddy Hunter did the same thing as well.
It's interesting. I mean, it did get me to my swipe up ability, so I was happy with that. But it went way. Remember, it went way higher than what he said.
Oh,
guaranteed.
I just remember.
What was his name? He was in like Argentina or something. So like no one had ever heard of him, but there. So I have a lot of like Instagram fans who are Spanish speakers.
Like, can you translate this or put this in?
Well, Instagram actually does a pretty good job of doing that, right? Because you've seen that. You look at someone's caption, you hit.
But if it's
translate.
like a story,
Yeah, it's a story. It is what it is. But anyway, so the value, though, as I was saying, is bring legitimacy. It's not you're going to bring like hundreds of people to use it. That's not going to really be worth it, because then it's basically a commission sales thing. It's like, okay, every person that comes, like an affiliate deal, right?
Yeah.
Every person that comes, I give you $5. Like, so fucking what? Like, you're not going to give a shit. I don't want you to give a shit like that. What I want you to give a shit about is this is something I care about. You guys haven't owned a company before. I've done this many times. This is where the value is, in equity, right? You guys are learned humans. You've heard about people having equity in a company, right, and selling equity and getting to
watch Shark Tank.
I've never seen it, but I know.
You've watched Shark Tank.
I've never seen it for more than 30
Bullshit.
seconds. I've seen clips.
No.
I've never seen more than
For
30
real?
seconds.
Bullshit.
Never.
You
It's grating on my soul to watch it. I've tried.
Why to watch them be like, oh, I've done. I want $500,000 for 20% equity.
That's just math.
And
dude.
then they're like, well, how many sales have you done? Oh, we've sold $20,000 of units.
Do you watch shows or watch the back and forth of people in ATATF trying to buy shoes? Like
I do. It's amusing. It's hilarious.
See, I don't find
When
that at
people
all.
list shoes for way too expensive, I just roast them, and they're like, dude, this shoe is worth half of that. What are you even saying?
That bothers me. That just bothers me so
Funny.
much. I mean, I get it. I said people do. People love the show.
It's
great,
entertaining.
It's not entertainment for me.
Get on Clubhouse with Damon John.
I did get on Clubhouse, but I've gone twice.
I think I saw. I actually just saw you guys all on there too.
Well, he doesn't like talk. I'm sure. He
I
just
did one.
listens.
I got on one because my buddy like forced me to. He was like in there, and he's like, "Harrison, get the fuck on
Harrison,
here."
get the fuck in my car so we can drive across the country.
And
Get
so,
the fuck
that's all
in the
he did.
road.
And I was like, "Hey, what's up?" And so he started telling all his
Hey, what's
other
up?
YouTuber.
That was your contribution. Hey, what's up?
No, but they started asking all these questions because all these other YouTubers were in there.
Oh, it was a YouTube-based one. I got
But
you.
it was like smaller creators. But I talked to a couple of them, and some of them were joking. Like one guy in there, Zeus, he has like
Who?
Zeus. He has like
Zeus.
4 million subscribers. But
Oh, wow.
he was like joking because I know who he is, and he was like, there's this girl in there, so I guess was cute or something. He was like, "Hey, would you want to collab? I'm an up and coming YouTuber," and it's like a lot of stuff on Clubhouse is like you people do that, like let's build and connect, let's do
Right,
this.
yeah,
and
yeah.
So he's like, I'm a pretty small YouTuber, I like to collab, and she's like, well, she's like awkward. Like, I don't know what we would do, and he's like, oh, just make some
She doesn't know who he
videos.
is, though.
No, and he's like, look me up on YouTube, and she typed in, she was like, you're fucking with me, aren't you? He's like, no, I just want to build and collab.
I just want to collab with your
funny.
chest.
I don't know, it was wild. I had my travel days when I was with SneakerCon. Zeus went there, the guy who invited Pootie. We used to go all across the country for these shows.
What is this guy? How do you spell it?
ZIAS. They used to do, or they still do a lot of reaction videos to like music videos, and they're hilarious. They're like,
I just can't. Like, I agree. I've seen some things I thought was funny, the reaction stuff. But I think the type of content reaction stuff is just like a derivative.
see, I like to
form.
watch reaction.
It's like a lower form.
So I don't like to watch many reactions, but I'll give you an example of reactions I've watched lately. Is on Logan Paul, just another box break, and the Collectible Gurus guy. Do you remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
He came back on at the end.
Oh, really?
And people were like, what
didn't watch
the
the video.
fuck? And so I went and watched the reactions of the live streams of the actual Pokemon YouTubers when he came on because nobody knew he was going to be there. And they're like, are you fucking kidding me? Fuck you. Why is he there? Like, because they were like, because he made the whole thing last time with the $30,000 Bulbasaur and all that. And that box break was pretty crazy. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I didn't see
You
it.
didn't.
I
He
mean,
pulled
I skimmed it. But
He pulled 2 Charizards
I saw that.
out of one box and sold the box in total for over $1 million.
Damn.
$35,000 a pack. The first time they were $11,000 a pack, and everybody's like, "That's way too much." No, look,
Remember, we talked about getting one.
I wasn't gonna.
I was down. I was
Not
actually
for-
more down than you were, and I didn't give a fuck about Pokemon.
Not for the first one or the second one.
First one.
First one would have made more sense.
I
But
was
the
down
market
for it.
wasn't like it was. But
True, but he single-handedly moved it.
and that's why he went like a couple months ago. He's like, I think I'm getting out of Pokemon to kind of drive the market down, so he could buy up all the boxes.
Yeah, but everyone knew he was still going to be in it, so
He did
just
a good
hold.
job of going. Like he didn't even talk about it for months.
And he released a video on his channel about him buying the Charizards and that guy.
Yeah, but then after that he stopped.
So anyway, how did we get there? Oh, right, value equity.
Value.
So that's where the real value, you know, and you guys have heard of sweat equity and stuff like that, but the concept is where you don't have a cost basis for it. So like, you know, you didn't fund it or put in money for it to get it. So that's the type of rare equity, but is great when it works out. But the whole point to me in equity is to incentivize people where it matters. And I think a lot of people have this, like some of my former partners had it all fucked up, where they want their employees to work super fucking hard as they do. It's like, how? The benefit is not the same. Like, you're just paying them a paycheck. Like, if I paid you to like promote it and gave you commission or some shit, like that's one thing. Okay, fine. But it's only worth the money that's worth, right? But if I was like, Harrison, you know, here's equity in the company, that is entirely up to you on how much and what you want to do. But you sure as shit are going to be like, I care a little more than the $50 it's going to get me, right? Because if this sells for $1 million or 10 million or 30 million, you get a piece of that. Mm-hmm. And the more or better, whether it's quality, it's not just like I do more often, right? Or promote it. It's quality, it's effort, it's who you talk to, it's how you talk about it. That whole thing is what equity drives people to do, I think, the best, whether it's best work or they work harder or they do, you know, whatever it is, that's the ultimate, I think, way to incentivize people. And so I wanted to create a future equity pool for future employees. But I've carved stuff out so that, we don't get diluted. We being you guys, me, and my CTO. So that's the plan. I'll share more
Get
with you
ready,
guys.
FLEXCasters.
Yeah.
But I'm
Should
excited.
the FLEXCasters be first to know the number?
The number of what?
Oh.
There's a lot of
What,
numbers.
the percentage?
There's a lot of different numbers.
I guess we could have a FLEXCast number.
Oh. I see what you're
Oh,
saying.
you mean
I see
like
what
the
you're
number? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I got you.
you know what?
No, should they know the equity numbers?
Yeah, that's
That's what I thought you were saying in the
that's what I
first
thought you were
place.
saying. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I will just tell them right now a test number.
Yeah, let's
That-
see if
And let's
anybody
see
is
if anybody
listening.
does it.
If you're listening, this is very exclusive.
This is exclusive. If you guys want to check this out, text me at 434-473-7336.
Can you
Text me anything.
You
You'll
get
see
me
what
a
happens.
404 number?
Yeah, absolutely. This is a test number. They will be 404. I mean, so I actually had a long conversation about this. Whether we should let people choose, but what we're going to do up front, just for beta and piloting, is just based on where your location is. So we'll just give you a local number to where you are. It's actually a real pain in the ass to develop something for you to be able to choose it.
Well,
Gotcha.
I know George is now, when you go to get a number, it's a different area code now.
470.
Yeah, because I guess maybe they're running out of 404s.
Correct. But we've already checked on it, and I can get 404s and 678s and
Growing up, I had
770s.
770s, 678s.
Yeah,
see,
770.
growing up, I had 404 and 770, not 678. 678 was newer then in a different area.
I thought 404 came after 678.
Uh-uh.
Because I got a 404 as my first ever phone number.
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't mean it could have been.
Something funny that you don't, unless you have friends that are YouTubers or have some clout, say some fame, is you do if you have in your phone all their names with like different numbers next to it because their numbers have been leaked or whatever. Like I have like Kai Somar 2, Tony D2 Wild 3, like all these people's numbers who get leaked. I don't know. I think it's funny.
I was thinking
Mine's
about
been
changing my
done
number,
the same
but,
thing.
I
changed mine about a year ago.
Yeah, you said you've told me about this. You're happy you did.
100%. I get spam calls, but I get like one a day maybe. Before I was getting like 12 or 15 a day.
Oh,
my
I
God.
get probably 2 a day, and I've had my phone number a long time, but I had it pretty covered. I mean, I've had my phone number maybe 20 years now.
I think I found this app though that actually block every spam numbers.
Yeah. There's a lot of
helps.
apps like that.
But sometimes the spam doesn't know.
Doesn't know. So it's based on that's something lame. That was a
Ooh.
Porsche.
Nah,
No, that's like a
C, a
BMW
Mercedes.
6.
What?
Or good.
That sound like a C6.
All I know is
That's a
sucked.
V6.
See,
Yeah,
in the last
a
episode I talked about
C43.
cool car or shit car. That was a shit car.
Yeah, that sound like a C43 or
That's
Some
something.
sort of V6.
Well, it was terrible.
But it wasn't a.
Anything less than a V8, I think, is terrible. V8s are decent, and then V10s are cool, and then V12s are the best.
What about American V8s?
I
Like a
hate
Mustang.
I hate them. There are some that I thought were pretty cool, but like they're just obnoxious to me. Like the Lambo,
Like Nick's car.
the Aventador was borderline obnoxious, which is why I like the Ferrari one so much.
That
It's
was
just as
so loud. Yeah.
just not as obnoxious, I think. Anyway, so these will be future equity owners in the new app and company that should be coming out soon. So
Haas LLC.
it's not.
Haas Development.
I guess this will be my 6th company. Yeah,
This will be your highest grossing company.
hopefully.
That'd be nice.
But the good thing is that I've actually seen that I've done better work when I didn't need the money. Like the last company I did, we did really well, but I wasn't like going for the money, and ended up being better because my BATNA, my best alternative to a negotiated agreement, that's a MBA term basically. But basically my worst case scenario, right, to not doing a deal was I don't give a fuck. Right, I'm fine. So I didn't need to. So I had leverage, right? That just creates leverage. So same thing now. It's like if I'm not going to, say yes to something or use a vendor who's just cheaper but not as good because I don't need to. And I think that and in the end creates a better product, right? So if you didn't need to put out videos and you got the money you guys made now, you could do one video every 2 months, how good would that video be?
Depends how motivated you are.
Exactly. And you can then find your own motivation, but you don't have to. If you don't have to do it, but you still want to make videos, right? You love you. Maybe you guys started, or at least still do enough to do what you love. But you can do whatever you wanted. Is the point. And then when you love it and you want to do it, then it's usually higher quality. Usually, not always, but just kind of the way it is. I've found that. So yeah, this is the 6th one, and it's now been some time that we've been talking about for a year.
Yeah.
I always started the idea around then.
Yeah. Well, I talked about it with you guys around then. Yeah. Because it's always been kind of in my head for the last few years. And then I got more serious about it a year and a half ago. And then I was like.
It's crazy from like the time I met you to now, like the changes. Like you
Steve
were
says
looking.
that a lot.
Yeah, no, I know, but it's crazy to see it. Like,
but see, that's me as like a pure bit entrepreneur. Like I just go wherever my nose takes me, right? Like if it's something I like doing, or it's fucking YouTube, or it's cars, or it's this company or that, like I just do that. And the difference is I have just no fear from it because it's worked out well for me in the past. But that's what like a true. I think someone living true to themselves, not that they're all going to do crazy shit. You can be true to themselves, do the same thing for 40 years. I mean, for me, true to myself is just kind of doing one thing and then picking up and doing another and then getting, all in. And like Harry, when we find something, we go all in, right? So these types of traits are natural to me and makes it easier for me. Like that's one of my advantages now on my 6th time around is I'm not like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, fuck it, let's do it. Like I bought a fucking hovercraft. I was like, fuck it, let's do it. Like, why not?
See, that one's a little questionable.
No, it's not. No, it is not. That's the same concept.
I mean, it's $2,500, but how
my
much
point
could
is
you
that
rent it for a music video?
I have no idea. Probably more than that. But I don't think people. I don't know. Who knows?
Why would the guy give it up if he can?
He already did. He wanted it for one or two videos, and then he was done.
Oh, I thought he was just.
No, he said he was. It was costing him like $250 a month to store, so he's like, it's not even worth it to keep. Because I'm not gonna use. I might use it ever, but he saw my lake video, and that's why he hit me up. About Lake Hartwell. But yeah, I think those natural characteristics lend yourself to being happy, right? We've talked about this many times.
Mm-hmm.
You're just following what you love, and you're good at it too. Like if I was terrible at fucking, I mean, when I started, when anyone starts something, you're gonna be terrible, sure. But if you have the drive and ability, like now, if I were like making awful content, I'd be like, this sucks. But I actually like what I'm putting out. Like I think I've gotten a lot better at it. The editing and the shooting, everything. I think I'm getting better. So, it just takes time and patience. That's all I've left to deploy is patience, right? Like, I'm not going to be where you guys are in 2-3 years, but
Could be.
Wait, what you mean? Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You never know. You never know.
but that's the thing is, it's
Just like my first video, I didn't even like.
true. You're right. I don't know. But if it happens, great. If not, like I'm still going to do it. I'm not going to be like, fuck it, like, because I was in a lull for the last 3 months. Like my videos were doing really well, like maybe 2,000 to 3,000 views, per video after 3 weeks, and then they were doing like 300, 400 or 500, and I wasn't like, oh no, I was like, it is what it is. Like I was resigning myself to like 100 views a fucking video for the next year, so I'm like, but I still like it, so I'm doing it. But I think if I was basing on like, oh, I got to be at fucking Harry's level or Steve's level in 2 years, then I thought, well, here's my milestones, and I'm not hitting those, and I'm going to get dissuaded.
That's why people can't do YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, though. I would say that for anything, whether it's YouTube or anything else, right? If they're like, oh, I'm not doing this or I'm not making it here, then a lot of people just quit.
That's why I choose to look at what I'm doing, not what
it's netting you.
Yeah, like that. I know that YouTube is not really an end goal, but I'm not looking at it like I have my goal, like 1 year I'll have to hit 1 million subs or whatever. If I have that as my goal,
yeah,
I know it's there.
You want
but
to hit 2 million
I don't
this
even
year.
look at it.
You're gonna hit 2 million this year, right?
That's the goal, but like if I don't, then I land on 100 or 1.85 million subscribers. It's amazing. Like,
yeah.
But I'm not focusing on that 2 million number because I can't do anything to change that besides put out good content.
So speaking of those types of goals,
except unless you're like Eric and you're like, he actually did something to change it, like doing the whole island and all that. Like, but I don't want to do it that way. That's
there's nothing wrong with it. It's just
that's the Eric way. But it's
that was him
different
to
for me.
nail the goal, yeah, which I understand.
Yeah.
So speaking of those types of goals, have you guys done like long-term goal setting?
I had
So you're 26, right? 25.
4, 5.
4, 5, 6, what something. 25.
I'm going backwards in age.
Seriously imagine yourself at 35. What do you want, or what do you think your life will be like?
I just want to be enjoying life.
Being happy.
Yeah.
Okay. But let's just, let's just think about it for a second. Just thought experiment. What do you think your life is going to be like 10 years from now? You see yourself
team.
still doing YouTube?
I think YouTube will still be a thing, but it depends on how I evolve it. But I want to have a race team. Or basically, I just want to have an excuse to have a shop with a...
Neville racing?
I want to have an excuse to have a shop with cars I can work on and just go drive at a racetrack. But I don't know. It just depends because am I going to... I mean, there's people in my space who are 35 making videos on sneakers. So
I'm 36. Thanks.
It could be a thing. Well, you're saying 10 years. So I'm gauging 10 years from now, I'll be 35. There's people in my sneaker space who make content. So it's not like it's a abnormal thing to be...
Yeah, I think it's like less about what could you be doing, more like what do you want to be, or what could you see yourself realistically doing?
I used to think I want to direct films, but I don't see it as much as that anymore.
Right, that was actually my first plan too. But
I could see myself.
Yeah, I know.
You see,
no,
before that was.
Yeah.
Oh, and not anymore either.
I can see myself getting into architecture or something. I don't know.
Some sort of design.
I love architecture. I love projects, so. I don't know. All I want to do is...
Should I bring you in every time I do a project?
It's better when it's on my own stuff. Like cars are fun projects. That's why I like getting the M3 because it's another project. The Range Rover is not a project. It was just driving.
I know. Yeah.
So 10 years from now, you think you have kids?
Yep.
Think you live in Atlanta?
I think I'll have 2 kids, a boy and a girl, that will be around 4 and 5 years old.
With your 2 cats, by the way?
Maybe 1.
2 cats.
I don't know if that second one's going to work out.
Really? Is it not still not working with Maple?
It's
been like a week.
9 days.
It's like 9 days, 12 hours.
Yo, we have to get rid of our cat.
Really?
Yeah. We had an extra one too. It was like
They're not getting along at all, and
oh boy,
he tore up a foot of carpet yesterday at a rental.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Well, if you do it well, you can just take the patch out.
I have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
the owner's not watching the FLEXCAST.
I don't think he is. I think we'll have kids. I don't know. Atlanta, I would think so. Sophie's more wanting to move out of the state than I am. I like having my family here and her family here, and I think we would.
Well, yeah, but this will always be your home.
I think we'd take advantage. Like if we moved, we'd miss that.
But if you had kids, you might go and come back.
I don't want to have kids and then move, like a major move once we have kids. I want to be set in stone where we're going to be.
I think the biggest deal when you have kids is family. And not only does it help, but
I want them to have their grandparents around. Like that was huge in my childhood, my grandparents. So, what
are you driving? A car that's made in the next 10 years?
I think I'm gonna have
doesn't exist right now.
I want to have 10 cars. I don't think this is unrealistic. It sounds
no, I don't either. I mean,
I want to have 10.
It depends on the kind of cars you want too, but
I don't want Bugattis and whatever.
All right, then you could have 10 cars tomorrow.
Yes, I could.
You could have 10 E46.
I don't have garage space. That's why I don't. I literally would have more cars if I had more space. Like
you've seen what I did with my space. I just filled it up with cars.
And then you sold them all.
Mm-hmm.
And filled it up with hovercrafts and other stuff.
3 now, right? Cars.
1
Rolls-Royce X7.
3 4
on the truck.
4, yeah.
Yeah. Well, do we count the hovercraft? It's technically an aircraft.
It's not moving. You still got some work
Steve's
to
car
do.
Done if he's not driving it.
Right.
It's still a car. It's just not drivable. All right. So 10 cars, a boy and a girl,
a warehouse. We're gonna have a land. We're gonna have a big house and some land.
You just taking my compound away, basically.
Yeah. I was thinking when I pulled in, I was like, what if that house right there went for sale and we bought it and renovated it? How funny would that be?
Actually, I think the one you like most is that one over there, the white one.
Yeah.
I think that's your style too.
I wouldn't pay.
All you have to do is put like fences or gates or plant stuff, and it would be really nice.
I wouldn't move out here right now. Maybe in 10 years I'll be back in Buckhead. You never know. Hoss, where are you gonna be though?
Yeah.
Well, let's ask Steve first.
You're gonna be 46, Hoss. 46.
I know. Oh my god.
I'm gonna be on YouTube, guys.
No. Oh my god.
Steve, have you thought about like 10 years?
Yeah, 10 years from now. I mean, at 40, I want to be 34.
34. So you'd be 44.
Yeah. Oh, I want to be retired by then. I want to be retired, and also I don't know why is one of my goals.
Let's just say you're retired.
Okay.
What are you doing with your days at 44?
One of my.
Do you have children?
Yeah.
How many?
Probably up to. My plan is to up to 2 to 3.
Okay.
Yeah, 3 is the magic number.
2 or 3 kids. All under 10, obviously.
Probably still doing YouTube, but done with
Just
YouTube.
fucking with YouTube?
Yeah.
Can I add in here? I didn't say retire like everybody wants to, like you say, like retire. I know myself, and let's say I make enough money to retire at 35 years old.
Yeah.
I myself like to do too much shit. I can't just sit around and do nothing. What am I gonna do?
Retire.
Sit and look at the mountains forever?
No,
like,
but retire for.
but that's for me personally.
Oh, okay. I
Well, I'm
got you.
the same way because I did make that much money. And
Yeah, and you're like,
and I did it for 6 months. Like, this is the fucking worst time.
Boring.
Of my life.
Like,
I
what am I
hated
gonna
it.
do?
I was so upset. I'll never retire. I'll fuck around.
that's what I. That's
I'll work less. But that's what I'm doing now. Is I'm just fucking around the last year.
Yeah,
you're still
I feel-
trying stuff though.
Yeah.
But of course.
So you're saying retired? You meant in the sense of just
have a company that I know that's like, okay, it's gonna be okay no matter what. Don't have to worry about money.
okay.
That's what I'm trying to get to.
So you're saying not working for money? Is what you're saying.
Yeah, not working for
Have
money.
your money work for you.
There you go. Probably have one of those house McMaster has been building. I love that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He likes that too.
Yeah.
Going away from that a little bit.
You are?
I like Modern Farmhouse.
Yeah.
White exterior with black windows.
Tell me, just promise you don't have shiplap in your fucking house.
Sophie loves shiplap.
Oh my god, I'll fucking refuse. She'll be like, yes, shiplap everywhere. Oh my god.
She'll listen to this. She'll be like, Harry, I've been thinking I really love shiplap. Like, I really, really
I
want
hope
shiplap.
Sophie don't listen to this at all. Don't listen to this.
She's not going to listen to this.
Yeah.
All right, so what else? A few, 2 or 3
beach
kids.
house for sure. A beach house for sure.
Wow. All right. So are you living on the beach? Or are you living here? Or
Where's the
all right.
beach?
No.
What beach?
It could be either one of the island when I decide to pick
Jamaica?
one. I probably will pick Haiti, which I probably
So
will
go
pick
back
like Labadie or something like that.
So have a beach house back home.
Mm-hmm.
Would you live there full time or half time?
No. Like do 6 months. I mean, that was the plan. I feel like I moved to
a winter
Georgia.
home
Mhm.
on a beach.
Yeah.
And then
what
where are you
else?
living the other 6 months?
Either Georgia or any other state that I pick.
So anywhere.
Yeah.
Georgia or anywhere.
Georgia or any other state.
Yeah, any other state.
So
I feel like
you're like wherever.
I haven't been. Yeah,
So wherever.
yeah. Because I mean,
get
the family's still gonna be in New York, so
So on the East Coast or what about the West Coast or Midwest? Would you be in Montana? Oregon?
I mean, I lived in Texas
California?
before.
Texas?
I heard Montana's a good place.
Yeah, I don't know if I could do
You don't like
Cali.
paying taxes?
I could have a property in Cali
For-
when I want to go there. That's it. I know, but it will make money for me
Okay.
if I'm renting it out.
So what do you truly see yourself at 44 years old enjoying on a daily basis? What do you do most of your time?
Trying new things, new project. Done, finished with this, move on to the next one. I'm hoping it's cars, but
He's still going to be working on the GTR. 44. Hey, guys, I just upgraded the brakes again on the GTR.
Right?
Upgraded all the wiring throughout the entire car.
I rewired and I redid the entire upholstery on the interior of the
oh
car.
my
I just
god,
changed
can
the
you
seats
imagine?
out.
I repainted the entire car.
I got
think-
new windows for it.
By that time,
I think
It won't be none of the
new
original
seals.
car.
No,
None of
but
the
by
original
that time, that
will
car would be
exist.
rare because there'll be like an R38 by then, 10 years from now.
I know. No, but I think they stopping that. I'm actually, this is the first time I ever consider in a couple months I might get a Tesla.
What?
I know.
Is that
I
the
know.
big news you were talking about?
No. No. Oh, trust me.
That's a terrible surprise.
Yeah, that's a terrible. But in a couple months, I don't know. I've been thinking about it. I've been looking at
A
them.
Model 3?
No, Model X. Model
You know,
X.
we looked at one, and we had one for a couple weeks.
How is it?
My wife hated it.
Why?
Less to do with the actual car, but she didn't like the feel because we bought an electric car anyway. We bought the Porsche, but she didn't like the feel of the pure electric car. She didn't love it. It's not it was like bad. A lot of torque immediately, all that stuff. She just didn't like the feel of it in general. Just driving it.
Silence.
Just
Just
quiet.
didn't like the feel, And then also the interior, I loved this about it. I was all about it. I was like, let's buy one. But it was very open. Like she hates that. She
The screen
She likes
and all that.
She likes to fit like a glove in it. I guess.
Oh, I got you.
And the dash is really important to her, and how things are. I don't know. It's fucking weird.
It's funny because
I was down. I was gonna buy it.
like the wives, they don't care about the cars, but they really do.
Yeah, but it's because we empower them to be like we force it up. Like, all right, what are your preferences here, there? Because if they didn't really care, we just buy it, and then you drive what we buy. That's it.
Sophie's car, we're gonna freaking send it to the lease through the lease because she's just like, I don't want anything else. I tried to get her.
It's also a great value.
I tried to get her into an SQ8, and she was like, no, because that's what I was gonna replace the Range Rover with.
But you win because that's a great value of a car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's cheap.
Yeah.
My insurance went down. What should go down? It went down like $30 a month. With
I actually
the
switched
Huracan.
insurance companies. Did I tell you guys this?
No.
State Farm.
See, I went to State Farm, but I combined like all of my 5 separate policies. And so I am paying a lot more on the house because I hadn't updated it for all the stuff that we did.
Yeah.
So I'm paying a lot more on the house. But I'm saving probably $5,000 a year on my car insurance.
This would be a good title for this FLEXCAST is insurance, because people always ask me, because I'm young, and how much insurance is.
But you can't ever say because it's so dependent upon who you are, how old you are, where you live, how long you've had credit, how long you've done this, if you have any accident. It's so dependent. You can't just say like, this.
But people ask how much it costs me personally. They'll be like, how much does it cost?
Yeah, but it's there's no bearing because it could be like you could be high, it could be low for them, and you don't know.
No, I know, but people they don't care like for actual number. Like they're just curious, like not as like they're looking to buy. I mean, some are, but like most people maybe listening would be like they would think it's way. I think they would think it's way more than I pay for insurance.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like because I think that a lot of people think you get into like, oh, I can't get the next step up in my car. Like when I had Mustangs, everybody's like, I can't get a 5.0 because the V8's so much more insurance, and everybody would assume that with like a Lamborghini at 25 years old, you're paying like $2,000 a month in car insurance, and it's like that's nowhere near that.
Yeah. But with my cars, like I was paying, I want to say it was. Yeah, about $1,400 a month. Not that bad for all my cars.
For all 3 of mine, it's $510 a month.
Well, now I'm paying like $800 something.
That 500 was with my home as well, but that just got cut out.
Yeah, so when you combine, you also save a little bit when you combine all this stuff. But
so if you're curious, when I had my Audi R8, when I was not married, considered single, I had my R8 and I had. Did I have another car at that time? I think I just had the R8. It was $487 a month for just the R8 by myself. Then I got married and turned 25.
That's the big
and it went down, and then so it went down to $230 a month, and then I got the Lambo and it went up $11 a month. So it was like I was paying $241 a month for insurance on a $185,000 Lamborghini. So it's like I think that's cheap for that. And my Porsche is now like I'm probably paying like $200 a month for the Porsche, and it's still a $165,000 car.
Still pretty good
for sure.
Because I have my history, especially when you combine it with home, that made it go down to like $40 a month. It's like insane how much you just keep adding stuff. It's like, but now I'm renting, so.
So, what types of projects do you see yourself working on when you're 44 years old?
GTO.
Hopefully, I could work with. GTO. No, not just
an R32.
Probably get into a gamer Rockstar. Hopefully, because I was being considered as a voice actor for the new one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like something like that.
That's cool project.
Yeah,
but not something you do long term.
Like you make it. What about making your own game? Something like that.
That's a possibility too.
What would it? If you had any idea of what the game would be around, what would it be like? GTA?
Not like GTA. No, not
so like development. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, it takes.
Look at Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Look at that train wreck.
Yeah.
They spent years building that shit.
I know.
That a lot of money.
Steve was hyping that up. He's like, "Oh, I can't."
Trust me, I was so disappointed. I was so disappointed.
I was considering buying it, and then I asked some of my friends the first day, and they were like, no.
Yeah, no.
Concept was good though, but so what kind of game do you think possibly?
It's either somewhere cars or whatever I'm interested in
like
in the
cars,
40s.
like a racing game.
No,
Or like-
racing game also
Maybe
like
the
you get
goal
bored.
of the game is to keep your car running in a year and just see how long you can actually use your car.
Like building your car.
Like everything happens, there's like potholes on the road, and then mods you want to buy, and then
And then you have to work a job in the game to earn money. So it's like,
so you can afford the mods.
yeah, exactly. But it's not like GTA where you go rob people for the money. You like have to do. I mean, I guess this is probably like the plot line of like a Need for Speed game.
No,
where
but
you
they
have
already
to, like, race to
they
get
already
money.
have that in GTA.
Yeah.
That's 5M. Yeah, they already have that where you go on the server, you're supposed to follow the rules. Anything happen, you go to jail. Like, you get kicked out of the server or something like that. Yeah, they already have all
I
that.
feel like
But
the concepts for games is very difficult, and in order to stand out, you have to do something very outlandish. But it,
mm-hmm.
like, everybody thinks that outlandish idea is stupid when you first announce it. Like Fortnite coming out as free was probably like these
I think
other
it's
developers
genius.
were probably like, that's stupid as fuck. But when I saw it and I was like, it's free, I was like, this game probably sucks. And I played, I was like, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And then they did so much more than they would have done if they would have charged for it. And I think that went over with Warzone because it's like Warzone has probably made so much money and they still continue to keep the multiplayer that you have to pay for, but you can play Warzone for free. So like I haven't even bought Cold War. It's a $70 game. I'm like, I don't want to pay $70 for that. I just play Warzone all day. But they still make their bread from that. But you can't use certain guns and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the game side, that was revolutionary, and I bet a lot of people looked at them like, you're stupid to say this is free in Fortnite.
Yeah, I mean, I saw it and was like, this makes perfect sense to me.
When you look at the type of
entry.
game it is, because anybody can get on and just play.
Yeah.
It's like because a lot of people are involved in it. It's not like a storyline game. It's a battling against other people. But there's been so many games that have come out that like there's so many ideas have been used and they're
Some like
so weird.
Roblox too. I'm surprised like how Roblox.
Among Us.
Yeah, Among Us. Yeah.
I think what succeeds is group games.
Yeah, that's a big thing now too.
Teams, because then how like Among Us blew up because a lot of these big streamers were
Yeah, doing
playing
with
together.
their buddies. Yeah, that's true. Well,
What do I know? I don't know.
who knows? 10 years, man.
10 years,
long
yeah,
time.
10 years from now, man.
As
That's
you were
crazy.
pointing out, I will be 46,
Yeah,
nearly 50.
we could come back to this video and see if what comes true.
Time capsule.
Yeah.
All right, if you're watching this, send this to who's going to be more who's going to be more looking at. I'm not looking at my phone in 10 years. That's what probably.
You're not
Yeah.
looking. Wait, hold on. What?
I want to
You're not looking at your
disconnect.
phone?
I don't know. I want to disconnect. Hoss will be on his phone
I'll
in
never
10 years.
disconnect.
I like to disconnect.
The difference. I mean, I can disconnect at any time. Like I can easily not use my phone for 2 days. If I get what I need, like people and stuff like that, like if I'm around. But I just don't need to.
I don't know if this will be a part of my 10. This might be a part of my 20. We've talked about this before, and I talked about it with my grandmother the other day. My grandparents growing up, they had the lodge, is what we called it, in Maryland, and it was the space where we'd have family reunions 2 or 3 times a year. The whole family gathers. It's a house, not like crazy huge house. It's a pretty big house. For me, it was amazing on a lot of land in Maryland, which is cheap compared to out here. And we would go there for family reunions, whatever. And that was like a huge staple in my childhood is cannot wait to go to Maryland to go to the family reunion because there's a pool. We had the farmhouse. Like there's all this stuff. And so I've made it a point that I want to be that for my family. And I've told them that that's going to be me. I'm going to have the lodge or whatever, whether we live there. That'll probably be more older, but I want to have that house. And so that's part of my goal, like from a family perspective, not a work perspective. But family was huge to me growing up, and I think I want to make that a staple, and which makes me want to have more kids because I want to have 2. But
have a couple, then see how you.
I know that's what I'm saying. 2 is very reasonable, and I think a lot of people would agree with
have
that. 2
one
is reasonable.
first,
Yeah,
then see how it goes.
but
Then
it
maybe
sounds good because like my parents, like they had like my mom had there's 4 siblings. My dad had like 6. So it's like there's a lot of family going around where I think they have 5. So somewhere around there. A lot of family going around, and like from my side, it's like me and my sister, we're like the only ones on that side. It's not like going to be like a ton of grandkids and whatever from that.
Well, see, that's actually similar to what I mean, I'm already doing now, but what I want in 10 years and to have for the next 50 years, as long as I'm alive, is a compound. As I was telling you guys, like I don't need to connect. I don't have to use my phone in 10 years. But if I have like the people I care about, let's say I buy 100 acres, let's say Buckhead, which it wouldn't be. But
God damn, you need $100 million for 100 acres.
more than that, more than that.
Oh, yeah, you couldn't even find it. You'd have to buy
could-
half the
That's
houses
the thing,
in
you have to
Buckhead.
buy everything in like a whole neighborhood.
Can you
But
imagine that?
yeah,
Structuring that deal.
I can.
Structuring that deal.
But it would. I mean, that's the type of thing I would love, where like all the people I care about, my friends, my family, and stuff. And I wouldn't really need much else. Like I want to do different projects all the time. See, I have no idea what I'll be doing. I have no idea, and I don't care. Like I don't know if I'll be living in the same area. I'm fine with it. I'll go to fucking Prague. I don't care. I maybe be in the same country.
Let's make Alabama the next
state.
I mean, there's a really compelling reason, maybe, but no. And Harry's like, hey, I just fell into 1,000 acres and there's 6 mansions on it. Then I'm considering it.
I got 1,000 acres. There's room for you and a couple of friends. Would you like your plot opportunity? It is.
Well, a plot is cheap. Like
it is.
If it comes with a mansion,
$1 per acre.
That's a very good deal. But something like that, I would be into. But I have no idea what I'll be doing. No idea what I'll be driving. And I'm okay with it because, like you were just saying,
info surprise.
And 2 or 3 years ago, like I was doing totally different things, and I'm fine with it. Like tomorrow, I would change things, and I'd be fine with it. I'd move to LA tomorrow, and I'd be like, okay.
Bliss to me.
It's a tourist thing.
There it is.
You're not gonna.
There it is.
This is pure bliss to me. Is having a lot like acreage, not like crazy out there, but acreage. My house, which is not great, like 4,000 square feet, and then on the side, a warehouse, like whatever, build-up shop, metal shop, like that's 2,000 square feet with a bunch of cars that half of them are broken, so I can just work on them all the time. That's all I'd do is I'd go there, go back and forth, and then I would like family there, so I can go. My parents could be 2 miles down the road.
We share the same dream of the compound.
Yeah, I see family. That like that's what I would love to be around family as much as possible, just because I would
say it
it
only increases when you have children.
Well, all right. Do you see yourself? Do you want a girl? Or are you done?
I mean, we're done having them.
Little hossy,
Like
little Hass.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hussy.
Hasana is an old actually
Hasana.
biblical name. But no, I mean I think we're done making them, but I wouldn't be opposed to adopting.
Adopting a girl.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be wonderful. But
The vision is a boy and a girl, but you can't play those cards out. So, Sophie and I have said, if we have 2 girls up front, we'll try one more. We say this. We'll try one more
You end
for a
up with 3
boy.
girls.
But then if we end up with 3 girls, then we're
You're
done.
done. Yeah.
But if we start with 2 boys, then we probably won't try, because
for
what
a
if we end
third.
up with 3
Oh
boys?
my
And that's going to
God.
be
Yeah.
hell.
That's exactly where we are. Like, nah.
It's like, you might risk it, and you might end up with a 3rd boy.
Yeah.
And
Oh
Because
my god!
first of all, boys just try to kill themselves all the time,
Yeah.
and then with 3 they try to kill
Especially
each
your
other. Yeah, I mean, it's just it's what they. It's just. I mean, it's what
your
I did. when I
son
was
just
a kid.
walks up and pushes the other one down, tackles him.
But it's what I did as a kid too. I mean, it makes perfect sense.
Well, like I have this conversation a lot too, is boys, they're the worst up until 13.
When they're younger.
And then the girls, once they turn 13
Oh
and
my
on,
God.
then it becomes
It
a whole
flips.
different type of scenario.
Well,
And by the
Yeah.
way, 13 through 20, they all hate you, regardless.
And then
Boy
after
or
20,
girl.
once you start like
It gets
hanging
better
out with your
then.
parents,
Yeah, it
for
gets
me it was
better.
when my parents would invite me out to go have drinks with them, we became closer. And when I moved out, that's when my relationship got a lot better with my family. Like I wasn't
Well,
a
you can be your own person and
yeah,
not.
but
you know,
I mean, like my
grow
sister
on
still
your
lives at
own
home and she's fine with them. But like I just cherished.
What is
that
that?
car?
Somebody's coming here. It sounds like somebody's coming here. It's
Not right
loud.
here. Is that Peter? It's Greg.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
Oh, it is
yeah.
great.
That's loud.
I got a little bit.
My goodness.
Well, if you're wondering, it's a Lotus.
Yeah, that thing is loud, yo.
know that person.
I know, it
Yeah.
sounded exotic.
So we're back, and in the interim, I was letting our buddy Greg in to the gates because they're not quite finished yet. I don't have the call boxes and stuff. I have to let them in manually. Harrison was checking the scores between the Atlanta Faze and Dallas Empire. What do we have?
We have starting champ Sunday with a 3-0 hashtag easy AF.
Oh, it was easy.
Atlanta
AF.
crushed.
Wow.
Woo!
Wow.
So is ATL Faze gonna pull up to Optic tonight?
Oh shoot.
Jeez. They
That-
say
that
easy
looks
AF,
looking
and that can
good.
backfire when you say that, but like they crush a lot.
Man.
I think that. I mean, they were undefeated in this tournament. They still are.
Well, I've been playing Warzone, so if you want to add me. Hoss never gets on anymore. I play with Matt. Like, I play with the homies.
Well, you stopped playing.
No,
I
I've
stopped
been playing.
No, hold on. You stopped playing for
haven't
like 2
updated.
months. So did I. We all stopped playing. And then you went back, and I never went back.
You got to come back.
I also still haven't opened my PS5.
I have it. Yeah.
You sold yours.
I'll buy it from you for $500.
So I only lose like $350?
They're going for like $575 now.
Damn.
Yeah.
People are getting them in stores finally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Really?
a lot more people.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Mm-hmm. It's normal now.
All right. Well, I think it's time for us to work on the. Greg just got here. We're gonna go work on the hovercraft.
Greg.
I'm gonna go home and work on my cats.
Well, your cats work on you because I can see all their hair. It bothers me the whole time. And one of them blew to my shoulder. It is there. Fuck. Look. See, there's a fucking
not
cat
cat
It
hair.
is cat hair.
No, it's not.
It's cat
That's
hair.
bullshit. I didn't even
Fucking-
wear this around.
I
them.
look at this fucking guy and he's
This
got
is
cat
cat
hair on
hair.
him all the time.
This
Yo.
is cat hair.
Exactly. It is cat hair.
That's Oliver. That's Oliver.
You have cat hair on you too.
Yeah. I have a
It's not as
cat.
bad, but it's not as bad.
Yes.
His is just.
All right,
Yo, that
let's
cat be going in my
All right,
room and just
FLEXCAST number
sleep.
35. I foresee a surprising host with a dog here.
No,
but
no,
first,
no,
we're bringing it to
don't ever
his
bring it-
son.
oh my
We'll bring it to his son so he can get in love with it first, and then we'll bring it to Haas.
No. Actually, he's older now where he understands the rules.
So if I brought him a puppy,
He'd ask, but he'd be like, but Daddy says I can't have it. So
I'd be, but Daddy's wrong.
actually, hilarious story. I got in trouble because we were talking. I was having a conversation with my wife, and my kids were there too. And I said, well, I think it's this way. And she goes, no, I don't think it is. And then my son burst in and goes, Daddy's always right. And I was like, yes. She goes, you pay him to say that? I go, no, that's random.
Brainwash.
But that was I think my favorite moment as a father so far.
He's gonna say that in
Oh my God.
class. His teacher's gonna be like, "All right, Benver, what's this?" And he's gonna say like, "Oh, 2 times 2 is 9." And she's like, "That's incorrect." My daddy said that that's correct.
No, he only says that when I tell him. I wouldn't tell him 2 times. I don't know what you're saying. I would only tell him facts. And so I would say yes. If she says something different than what I tell him, then he should say that. Fucking be like, hell nah, you wrong. I mean, that's what I did when I was a kid, but it wasn't like my dad says. I was like,
Yeah, imagine
I
having
found out
Haas
my
as
own
a
self.
student. Well, it's actually not good.
Well, I was actually a terrible student, but an excellent pupil.
Were you a assistant teacher?
Actually, I was a TA in college for a minute, and then I was an adjunct professor. But I wasn't in high school. I mean, do you even have those in high school?
Yeah.
You have TAs in high
Well, it's
school?
not like a TA. It's like they sit in. Yeah.
Basically, teacher's pet then at that point.
I think it's like seniors who come in and help the freshmen, like they help grade papers and stuff.
No, I
Yeah.
did stuff like that, but usually like the main office.
He sold candy bars in school.
That was in like elementary school.
making racks.
I was
Boss made more money than you when he was 6. Get off your
not
ass
true.
and work. No, I was
That's not
kidding.
true. That's not at all.
Word.
I mean, there's some factual aspects of that, but
That just shows you motivation, hard work. That just leads us into the next category where Haas is going to become a motivational speaker. That's where you'll be in 10 years.
Yes.
so
If you grind,
If
wake
you-
up at 4 a.m. every
It's not me. That's not my
day.
brand. That's not my brand. But here's the thing. I hate the concept of being a motivational speaker, but I love helping people that I care about. So if it's like, if I'm mentoring, which I've done for many, many years, and I'm always doing, I believe that people should be doing that, right? But I don't see it, like, to me, like motivational speakers like on a larger scale, you know, and then you're being paid just to do that. And I would just rather give it out for free, you know? I mean, it's come up we've talked about this many times. Like, it's come up a lot of times, and I don't see myself being happy doing that. That's what I mean. I think a lot of what I do ends up being that anyway, right? When I start a company, I have employees, done this many times, and, you know, I end up motivating them to do a lot of different things, especially if it's in the benefit of the company or to themselves. But that's not my goal, you know? So I think it's more of a symptom, you know, of living life and enjoying it. Anyway. All right, so I got to work on this hovercraft with Greg.
I got to get home.
and you're gonna
Yeah.
go home to your cat.
Yep.
So-
Steve, what are you gonna go stream?
No, not even. I don't even know what I'm doing today. I got no
He's gonna go
plans.
to the club.
No.
Steve's like,
Go
which
number
club am I
eight.
going to tonight?
The
It is
clubs
the night
are
of the
closed
All-Star
on
game.
Sunday. They
All-Star
are
game.
closed on
It's 'cause it's
Sunday.
closed on Sunday. He would be going.
No, but it's an
otherwise.
All-Star game. There's definitely parties
Oh,
going on.
there's people out right now.
I ain't going out again. I'm
Because
good.
you went all night last night.
Yeah, man.
What time did you get back last night?
It's 8 a.m.
I was just awake for
Oh
2
my
hours.
God.
We were
Yeah.
at an octane
We,
at
yeah,
that
we,
time.
we were.
Yeah, 8
No
a.m.
wonder why. Yeah, we were already up.
8 a.m. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yep.
enjoy.
You guys are going to the club in Atlanta. Look out for Steve.
Look out for Steve, y'all.
He's always going to be there.
All right. For Harry, Steve, and Haas, we're the
See ya.
FLEXCAST, and we're out.
All right.